I took graded Pokemon cards, cracked the slabs, and resubmitted them for grading to see, will they get the same grade? I also submitted freshly pulled first edition Pokemon cards. The grades are back, but before I reveal the grades, I have this, a pristine Beckett 10 Palkia V-Star graded card going to one of y'all at random. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like on this video, and let me know your favorite Pokemon card set of all time. And I'm happy to say Rarecane will be officially launching very soon, but to celebrate in the meantime, we got a launch event going on right now with $94 Lost Origin booster boxes and other modern sets. Vintage packs, you say, we got them, and you don't need to worry about them being fake, resealed. The link on screen is the place to go right now, but guys, this ends at the end of today. I thank y'all so much for checking it out. We're gonna get into the box right now. Hopefully y'all can't see what the grade is, or myself. So we have, so we have a special delivery Charizard that was sent from the Pokemon Center to myself. I got a code for it. They're usually not in the best condition, and mine, I'll admit, it wasn't. That being said, I will reveal the grade. It is a Beckett 9. Let's take a look at this card. First off, there is the actual special delivery Charizard card and my lovely reflection. There is the back, which I'll get to more shortly, but I kind of want to zoom out just a little bit, just so we can see. There is the UK Pokemon Store. Oh man, there's a lot on there. Centering got a 9, edges got a 9.5, corners 8.5, and surface got a 9.5. So with all that in mind, let's see if we agree. The centering is off from right to left, so we can see that. Then as far as the back goes, also from now left to right because we flipped it around. Ooh, look at the whitening on that corner. That one's not as bad. That is definitely dinged, and there's a little ding right there. So for the corners, they gave it an 8.5. I'll say that's actually a pretty good score for that. Surface-wise, it got a 9.5. Edges got a 9.5. So honestly, getting a 9 is still a really good score. I have my black light. Not that we can see much on the front like this, but just so we can see in the back, you can see the highlighted white marks there. The edges at the top look fine. Little whitening right there for that edge. There's that ding, but those edges look good. Yeah, the edges look overall good. And then there's a little whitening right there. And then if you can see like maybe the surface of the card, if there's anything, it got a 9.5, so I'm not expecting to see much. So there we go. The special delivery Charizard card, which codes are still going out right now. All right, moving on to the next card. I'm trying not to see myself. We have, it's one of the first edition cards, the first edition Clefairy that Dan TDM and myself pulled. I actually believe he's the one that pulled this specific first edition Clefairy. You ready for the score? It's a Beckett 9. Here is the first edition Clefairy. There's the front, there's the back, which we'll get to shortly, and there it is. So it got 9s all around. Surface got a 9.5. Obviously, would have wished this would have gotten better. It's a thick stamp, so it's a thick boy. You can find the difference between the variations of the 1 and the text as well, but mainly the 1 if that's a thick boy, it's a bigger, bolder 1 as opposed to thin stamp. You know, there's the whole talk about which ones were printed earlier and all that jazz of which one you prefer. I really don't care that much. I just care about the condition of this beautiful nostalgic card. But I mean, the centering looks actually really nice on this card. So that's a little discerning that it got a 9. And then as far as like the surface was great, but let's just take a quick look. I mean, that looks like a perfect corner. There's some whitening right here on that corner. All right, edges, I think I saw something. Yeah, there's a little ding right there of that edge. Sorry, I'm hitting the camera right now, but that's fine. Perfect corner. A little whitening at that corner, and then the edges look fine on that side. So overall, would have really wished this to get more. It would take 2 more 0.5s on random to get this bumped up to a 9.5, if I remember correctly. So overall, still a very, very nice card. Probably would still get a PSA. It would definitely get a PSA 9, which maybe I'll do a crossover. Moving to the next card, let's see what it is. It's the first edition Gyarados, which was also pulled. This one time, I think I pulled this one. So without further ado, it's a 9.5. Let's take a look at this one. And beautiful gold fashion, a thick stamp. Look at that. That's almost a true 9.5. Just the corners, which we'll take a look at, but it got 9.5s all around. Centering looks the same as the Clefairy, so I think. I really don't have much to say about the centering. I think it looks fantastic still. Let's take a look at the corner. A little whitening at the very, very tip of it, but nothing too crazy. There is some whitening on this side, so I'll admit that. Little whitening on this one. Definitely whitening on this one. So corner's got a 9. I'm completely fine with that score for the corners. They're nothing too crazy. Otherwise, I'm using the black light now, but it's kind of hard to see this way. But really nothing much more to it. Very, very happy that this Gyarados got a 9.5. Would definitely be a strong PSA 9. Definitely not a 10, but I'll still take it. And we made a lot of incredible memories pulling both of these, the Clefairy and the Gyarados. But just so you can compare centering on both of them, they look very, very close to me. That's a big difference with the 9.5, but that's okay. Moving on to the next card, it's the first edition Neo Destiny Light Arcanine. I pulled it myself, by the way, and an 8.5. Let's take a look at why this beautiful first edition Neo Destiny Lart. Why do I keep saying that? There's a swirl right there for you swirl collectors out there. A Light Arcanine from the set Neo Destiny. There's the scores. Centering's a 9. Surface got an 8. What in the... We're gonna have to see if we can tell. First off, let's just look at the centering. Yeah, it's definitely a bit more thick in the bottom, if you know what I mean. Same with the back. Centering, I would go with that's fine for centering. Corners and edges and then the surface. There is just something wrong with this card. You know, there could be scratches or there could be some dings somewhere, which the most we can see just from like a fast glance is the corners. So a little whitening at the top right, a little whitening there. That's good. Little whitening there. Nothing too crazy. I would still probably give that a 9, but I mean, it's fine. It always switches. But the surface, for some reason, I don't know why, but the surface did get an 8 of this beautiful first edition Lart. I give up today. Moving on to the next one is first edition Neo Destiny Light Azumarill. Yes, I said light right. And it's a 9. Let's see why this got a 9. First off, there's the card, a first edition Light Azumarill, and there are the grades. A 2002, it has 9.5 for centering and edges, but corners got an 8.5 and surface got a 9. So clearly, you always want to go to the back. Let's see. So little whitening at the very top of that corner. Same with that one, but yeah, that's definitely whitening there, but nothing too crazy. A little whitening at that corner, little whitening at that corner. For that though, I mean, that's fine with an 8.5. Surface though, there is something up with this surface apparently that gives it that score. That was dust. Thankfully was able to get rid of that. But overall though, you really just can't go wrong with a 9. I mean, even this score, these were pulled by myself from packs. You never know what you're gonna get, but these are beautiful cards. Moving on to the next card, and it's a Sabrina's Gengar, and a 9.5. Let's see just how well this Japanese Sabrina's Gengar that I pulled myself is. First off, look at that massive Category 5 swirl right there. Also, just if you can really faintly see the graveyard at the back of the card, the English version of this card in Gym Challenge, they removed the actual back of the graveyard. Just a little fun fact. Let's take a look at the score. Look at that. My friends, corners were flawless, a 10. Usually Japanese cards are in better condition as well, but 9.5s all around. I mean, really, I really don't know much more we can look at other than, I can tell maybe the centering's a little off, like more up here to there. Still got a 9.5. Corners were flawless. So my friends, like, stop what you're doing if I can get this in focus. These are supposed to be flawless corners right there. Absolutely nothing wrong with those corners, and usually there is nothing wrong with those corners of this, but get them back in focus for y'all. But look at that. Not the most valuable card, but it's very nostalgic and beautiful at the same time. And now we are at, all right, it's one of the cards that I cracked out of the slab. You are seeing on screen right over here the original grades, and we'll compare them to this. The new grades, I believe it's the same score. Now, I've done two other I Cracked the Slab videos. That's what they're called, actually. I think that's what they're called, but we'll take a look. First off, it is a Diamond and Pearl Charizard Lv.X from the Charizard Lv.X tin that I opened up also on the channel, surprise. But here are the grades, and also we'll have a comparison picture as far as like what grades actually changed. From my memory, it looks like the surface, I believe, may have stayed the same. In any case, I'll leave it up to the picture on screen. But that being said, for the most part, the changes that we've seen in different slabs before, there's been some pretty drastic changes of like multiple points even of categories. That is why it is so subjective, and you really never know what you're gonna get, just like in Forrest Gump's box of chocolates. Centering and edges got 8.5s, which obviously you can tell more from right to left, and then same with the back now, left to right. We'll do a quick look. Yeah, I mean, you can tell, like, look at the edges, there's whitening. You can not even, without even out the black light, you can tell there's whitening at the edges. These cards that are just held in with the plastic and the tins are so difficult to grade just because they always come damaged, but this was one that was less damaged than others. Moving on to the next card, it is a Stormfront Charizard card, which you are seeing the grades of the previous time that this was graded, cracked it out of the slab. This time, here it is, we have a 9, which is the exact same grade again. Kudos to Beckett Grading for this. All right, let's see this card. First off, yes, it's a reprint of the original base set Charizard from Mitsuhiro Arita. Also did this one. It's more red, if that's your thing. There are the differences in scores. Wow, look at that. I believe that this is the one where the surface score went up a whole point. Wow. I think corners also went down a point. Those went up also. You really never know, but the overall grade stayed the same of this thing. But you can tell from left to right, there's some centering issues on it. Definitely some whitening at the top right. Same with the top left. I mean, it's really obviously subjective, but the overall grade stayed the same, which is a good thing to see. Consistency, that being said, you really never know what you're gonna get, especially when a 0.5 is the difference in the value of cards tremendously. It really is and makes a big difference. And I'll quickly just say, I had my first edition base set Charizard PSA 10 cross-graded a couple years ago, came back 0.5 away from a Beckett Pristine 10. Which it's like, should I submit it again? It could. It could, you never know, get a 10. We have two more cards in here, and one of them is a Gold Star Pokemon card. Yes. But first off, let's see if this is the Gold Star card. No, this is a sports card. Now, don't turn away because I'm gonna do this one very, very fast, but I pulled this autographed Justin Herbert card. a while ago. Video is on the channel, actually. Let's just go ahead and see it. All right, look at that. Taking a look at this one. First off, Los Angeles Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert. I pulled this card. There's only 99 of them. This one has like an actual like part of the number or name on it. So many cool, multicolored. It's a true RPA. I'm not gonna pretend like I know what I'm talking about. I just know I did this for fun one time and it was a pleasure. The autograph got a Beckett Pristine 10 or whatever you wanna call it, which is fantastic. This got an 8.5 otherwise. And just quickly looking, I wish this was pulled straight from the pack. So there's really nothing we could have done, but there definitely is corner issues, more so far as like, you can tell down here, like from the blue, see that whitening right there and also down there. So overall, I'm very, very happy. I pulled it myself. If I haven't said that enough, with this Justin Herbert card. And finally, we have a Gold Star Latios. Are we ready to reveal the grade? A 9. Let's take a look at an EX Deoxys Gold Star Latios. And the grade is a mint 9. 9.5s all around, except the corners got an 8. Guys, if this had gotten a 9 for the corners, this would have been a gold metal plate and a 9.5. But let us take a look. Obviously, you got the front corners. Looks fine. These are just hard to tell with the front. It's always the back. Yeah, there we go. So you got the whitening right there with that. Whitening right there for that corner. That's a perfect corner. Wow. And there is a little dot on that one right there. Otherwise, the edges look fantastic. I did not pull this one. This one was pulled in the wild and somebody had purchased it. And we wanted to get it graded to see what it would get. So a Gold Star Latios. Beckett Pristine 10 Palkia. Going to one of y'all. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and let me know your favorite Pokemon card set of all time in the comment section below for a chance to get this golden beauty. Stay awesome, stay positive, my friends. And as always, I'll see y'all in the next video.